Are we live? Or are we live? So, excuse the voice. I'm a bit sick for some reason. Probably just due to anxiety. And, yeah, I need to update the Insta story real quick so I can have that out there. Hang on. I always forget how to do this. Yeah, I'm amazing streamer, obviously. Everyone knows this. Um, I'll be going to not TwitchCon at any point in time soon because I feel like it would just be absolutely hilarious if I um, went to one of these events and just had popular Twitch streamer shirt. Oh, God. Okay, well then, that was a very wow. Okay, normally I was about to go ahead and make some kind of joke about, oh, the bots are, not doing the bot things, and oh, there we go. Just took a minute for OBS to actually figure out what it was doing. Normally I would say it's like, oh, it's the bots, they're actually, holding it, they're keeping it in their pants for a little bit, and then I start streaming, and within a few seconds, boom, bot messages, and there's no way to moderate these. I mean, I guess I could do what Korean's doing and set up verified accounts only. But, c'est la vie. Anyway, oh lord, lord. If you notice in the bottom corner, is my stream lagging that bad? Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, if you notice in the bottom corner, I have mods on this one. It's again, these are more just like these are vanilla mods. They don't really change anything about the game. I do have simple voice in case Sky wants to join. And then I also have what's it called? Um, essential. Essential. That's also in case he wants to join, and it also gives me Zoom, which I kept complaining I didn't have for a few weeks these past few times that I was streaming. And I really do apologize about the terrible stream quality. Oh, Lord, I forgot. This area is loud as the devil. I did. Anyway, yeah. Oh, Lord, stream is buffering. Of course it is. Okay, again, I am paying this institution almost $58,000 per year, and they still give us the worst quality internet available. But yeah, I'm only going to be on for maybe an hour or so, just so I can get my seat at the football game soon. Because this is our last game of the season, and I want to go there. It's usually like the two best games of the year for college football are your home opener and then your home closer, I guess. The last game of the season at home. So those are usually the two best games that I like to go to. I missed the homecoming game the last time, but honestly, we absolute. I think we won that. I'm genuinely like trying to remember. I think we did win that game. Is my audio bad? think my audio is just... Oh, okay, bitrate's better. I think my audio is literally just bad. Like, the last time I was like, oh, my audio's bad. I didn't think it was my audio being actually bad. It was my headphones just being a pain. But this time it seems like my audio is genuinely just bad. I do apologize, because this microphone... That's gonna bleed someone's ears, but I just want to see if it's working okay. Well, I'll figure this out when I'm putting up the VOD later. Lord, genuinely don't know what else to say right now, because this is gonna be like the last stream for the time being. And for the time being, meaning that Thanksgiving's coming up. It's next week. Yeah, next week. I'm gonna be out of the dorm, and I kind of don't want to stream that week because obviously it's trying to spend time with family, and you know, family comes first in that situation. For winter break, I think I'm gonna try and stream at least once or twice compared to last time, where last time I just completely fell off the face of the earth. And then once nursing school starts, which is next semester for me, which congratulations me, but I'm scared, very scared. It is very, very scary. Anyway, but yeah, once that happens, I will be streaming again, trying to do Saturdays if I can. If I'm not absolutely swamped, I mean, last semester actually wasn't that bad. Last spring semester, and I took, I think, 18 credit hours last semester, and then this coming spring semester I'm going to be taking 19 credit hours because I'm trying to do a Spanish minor as well. But yeah, it should be fine. Stream schedule should keep up with the 12 o'clock Eastern time and 11 something Central. And of course, if there's a game, or if I'm going to be doing something completely else. But yeah. Okay, I don't know what that... I don't know how to do the low latency toggle. Anyway, if you're just joining, I do apologize for the audio. If it's bad, let me know. If it's okay, then it's fine. Right now, game sounds are completely off because I am in the zombie spawner, and there are 2 trapdoors over there that are being constantly flicked on and off by a observer clock, which is just 2 observers facing into each other, which, I mean, a lot of people know how to do those. And there's another one that's into a dispenser, and it is loud as all shit. So I have the audio off for now. Just healing up my pickaxe, and then I'm going to go back to the witch farm to continue the big dig. I've done a modicum of progress on it. I've just been digging out the staircase to go down and come back up for the time being, and it's going. It's certainly a project that I underestimated how long it would take. Obviously, I kind of knew that it would take forever, and my stream's buffering. Of course it is. Jesus. Video buffering, use low latency toggle under advanced settings. I don't know where that is, Twitch. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, low latency is on. Anyway, yeah, just gonna keep doing that dig because it's gonna take forever. And also the reason why I'm back in my base instead of using the Blaze Farm the last time. Like I said the last time, that I would start using that one because it's a lot simpler to use and gives more XP. Is because I was trying to fix an iron farm that I had built. I think episode or stream 4 or 5. I think before actually getting to the point where I'm at now. Um, but yeah, that's what happened with that. That's why I'm here at the zombie spawner. And should I stock up on spuds? No, I'm good on spuds. Anyway, yeah, that's kind of why I'm here for the time being. And then yeah, once I go, uh, how long is that dig gonna take? Because I'm barely at level 55 from like actually planing it out, and even then, I still have like the center that's kind of raised up. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade the beacon to haste 2 because it should. Yeah, if you do double haste, it should do that, right? Yeah. I'm gonna do that. And again, I excuse me for being a little bit sick because I don't know what happened. It's probably stress and anxiety that's like getting to me because I hate flying. I'd much rather drive across the state of Texas than fly across the state of Texas, even though it takes 10 times as long to drive than it does to fly from where I'm at back home to back home, and then back again. Uh, it's like 20 hours both ways, or 20 hours, uh, yeah, both ways. 10 hours one way, and it's just I again I don't trust big pressurized tube in the sky that apparently flies with or flies in the face of God. Uh, but yeah, that's something that's gonna happen real quick, and then yeah, I think that's part of the reason why I'm sick, and the reason why I know I'm very anxious about it is because I woke up at 2 in the morning, like eyes open, and I could not shut them again. And normally with me, I knock out. Like I'm gone when I fall asleep. I pass away when I fall asleep. Um, and I woke up at 2 in the morning, and then I tried to fall back asleep because I saw the clock, and then I woke up again within like 15 minutes. Like I could not sleep genuinely, and I felt like my nose was kind of clogged, and then I felt something in the back of my throat. Oh, that's lag. Oh, that's more lag. And I felt something in the back of my throat, and that was not fun to feel. And it was just right there in the back of my throat. And right now I'm still feeling it. I still got a little bit of a sore throat. And watch this stream be my most talkative stream, the one where if I talk too much, I'm going to lose my voice. But yeah, it's still there. I guess it's true what they say is you gotta sleep with like wet hair or you have the fan on in your room, you're gonna get sick. Is that a Hispanic thing only, or is that like all cultures? Anyway, but yeah, that's something that happened. I guess I fell asleep with my mouth open or something, and it just I don't know. It was just cold at night. It's been getting colder because it's starting to become winter here in Texas. Or I say winter, and then there are places like New England that exist. I I don't like East Texas, and I am very adamant about that. I do not like it here. It is not. It's not a nice place to live. It's just not. And I will agree with Charles Barkley on this one thing where it's like San Antonio ain't no good, and that's the one thing I will agree with Charles Barkley on. because I genuinely don't watch basketball and only know that Charles Barkley played for the Phoenix Suns, and that's about it. Anything else about that man is literally, I have no clue what else he did other than antagonize San Antonio, which is fair. It is honestly fair criticism for the city. There's no good food. Well, okay, that's a lie. There's one, two or three good restaurants. That is mi tierra, just genuine Mexican food out here. It is damn good, and I've seen a lot of San Antonians here just rip it to shreds because they don't know what good Mexican is like. And then there's whatchamacallit, the Smoke Shack on Broadway. Oh lord, that place is good. And I know a lot of people don't like okra, and I've never tried okra till I had it there. Fried okra is damn good. And then I'm pretty sure there's maybe another two or three good restaurants here. But I haven't been. Like, I'm being very tight on my money, and HEB isn't all it's cracked up to be. I'll say that now, East Texas. It's not that good. Because if you want good tortillas, Guerrero or Mission. Those are good tortillas. HEB tortillas they're fine, but they're not good. They're not worth smuggling them onto a whole case of them onto an airplane. How far delayed am I? I think I'm delayed by about 10 seconds. Anyway. But yeah, there's like nothing that's good like about HEB either. And it's okay, maybe the prices are fine for some things, but it's just like, if I'm gonna go to a store, I'm gonna go to Walmart, because if I'm gonna go to Walmart, I'm gonna buy like 6 or 7 different things because I need 6 or 7 different things from 6 or 7 different departments. HEB, yeah, you can get your paper towels and you can get your sodas and you can get your lunch meats, but I don't know, Great Value is just a little bit better than the HEB brand, except for milk. I will give them that. Milk and eggs. They are better prices at HEB and the butcher, which obviously if you're gonna get meat, you get it from a store that has like a butcher shop or a butcher counter. Because the 80/20 at Walmart, the one time that I bought it from there, and it was like an emergency, and it was like, I'm trying to save money, and I know they have it on clearance on occasion, and I used it right away. That's like what you do with clearance meat, or you freeze it. But I bought it, it rendered out so much fat compared to the HEB version, which it renders out, but it's not to the same degree. But yeah, if I'm going shopping, I'm still going to Wally World for literally everything, or like a mom and pop grocery store, because sometimes those are a little bit better too. And I guess that's maybe like the Southwest bias that's coming through, because for me, good like chain grocery store place is a place called El Rancho, and I probably just doxed myself with that, but that place is some of the best for fresh produce in like the entire city where I'm from. Anything fresh, you buy it from them. That, or there's another place. I'm not going to say the name because at this point it was like, if I say the name, you're probably going to know exactly what city I'm from. Well, yeah, screw it. I'm going to say it. It's Siki's. And that is genuinely a good mom and pop shop, and they have the best brisket. Oh, I can turn my game sounds on. I just realized that. But they have the best brisket in ever. And I know people will say like, oh, Mexican brisket's not that good, or it's, oh, why is it Mexican brisket? It's not good and all that. And it's like, dude, it's brisket. It's gonna be good. And personally, I do prefer the Mexican briskets. That's gonna sound weird because they do have a lot of differences, I guess, for lack of a better word, compared to your traditional like Texas style briskets, but I do really enjoy like the Mexican brisket. It's good. It's very flavorful. But yeah, there's just so many things that I miss about home right now. And yeah, the sore throat's gonna be kicking my ass in a few minutes. I swear to God, if I got an ear infection before I go home, that's gonna suck. But I mean, I also wouldn't put it past my immune system because it randomly just decides, you're not gonna have a good day today. You're gonna feel sick as a dog. And the reason why I'm not doubled over whining for my mom right now is because one, she's not next to me, and I know better than to do that on stream. But also, I've had ear infections before, and I've had these like random sore throats from like sleeping with my mouth open or something. And to be totally honest, they go away within like a day or two. And if it's still there, then it's like, oh shit, well, that's not right. Because everyone here has been getting sick. I've had like 3 or 4 professors cancel multiple days of class just because they got sick, obviously. That not just because, but yeah, they genuinely were sick and they could not come to class, or they were taking care of a loved one, and that's honestly valid. Because I don't expect you to show up when you're sick and get me sick, and then I can't show up to class because now I'm sick. It's just something that, pay attention when you're sick, and if your body's saying, hey, you're sick, don't do things. Like, that should be common knowledge, but apparently it's not, because America is a thing, and we have a culture of showing up when sick. Yeah. This is a weird country, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. But yeah. Oh, I said I was going to turn this into a Hey Stew Beacon, didn't I? Oh well, I lied. Not doing that. At least not yet. Oh, oh, that's where you're coming from. I hear an Enderman somewhere, and I do not like that. Oy. Okay, so my inventory is now full of cobblestone. And I think I stated this before, I'm not collecting any cobblestone because it's stupidly abundant, and I have a cobblestone farm back at base, so not collecting any of that. But the deep slate and the granite and the diorite I will collect, because for the time being it's a little bit harder to have it in bulk. Or at least in my opinion, it's a little bit harder to have it in bulk. Just for the sole fact that inventory what was I going on about? Block mismanagement and is something that is rampant with me, because I have like 6 chest monsters now. There's only 2 places that are relatively organized, and that is this witch farm at the top where all the drops are collected, and the iron farm, which that was a recent update. Ooh, tough. I actually like that a lot. I feel like a dog. That's a wall. But yeah, everything should be good. Damn, I really miss home. Man, I will complain about this city till the cows come home, because it's not fun. It's like, oh, cool nightlife and all that. I was like, Yeah, but I don't want to risk getting shot because all the nightlife places are in the quote unquote bad parts of town. And I don't want to go there because, again, it's the bad part of town, and you get the bad part of town with a whole bunch of alcohol and possibly drugs because that's what nightlife is for the most part. It's not fun. It genuinely just is not something that I want to experience. What else was I like going on about? The dig. Oh yeah, this is gonna take 4 fucking years. I've already said that like 6 times. Man, I am not good at talking for just extended periods of time. Also, I think for up until February, I will be streaming a little bit more often because, well, the football season's over and it's a fall sport, so it's not going to kick back up till like the next fall semester. I mean, obviously, right? But uh, I'm also like a huge NASCAR fan and football fan and all that. So up until about Valentine's Day, I believe, I am not gonna have any races to watch, and that's kind of sad. But yeah, then that means I'm able to be streaming a little bit more often because, or at least more consistently, because I won't have to like manage my time between like, okay, well, I have to do this event with the pre-nursing society, which I am sad that's ending. Honestly, I really am. But it was a good experience. It honestly was. And if you're a nursing student and your university has a pre-nursing society, I really suggest you join it because it is helpful. Um, Especially like for figuring out like, do you actually want to do this and how to actually approach it. Like especially the entrance exams, which they're not really there to scare you, but they really get people going for all the wrong reasons because they're like, oh no, this is going to determine everything, and it it really doesn't. Especially if you're in like a leadership role in a club or something. A bad T's score or a bad Hesse score really won't mar you because they will look at what else you're doing. Now, it's not an excuse to like, oh well, I'm an officer in this club and I've done all these things for this club. I'm just not gonna do well on the T's or Hesse or whatever entrance exam you need to take. No, try your hardest because that they're still gonna like, you know, look to see that. But being an officer does afford you a little bit of benefits because they look at you, and if you do get a bad score, they look at it and it's like, okay, well, you got a bad score. That obviously sucks. We're still going to give you consideration though because of your status as a former officer or what have you. Because you showed initiative, you took a leadership role, and if anything, that shows more about what you're willing to do to be in the program than your test score. Because even though your test score is bad, you will still, they still will look into account everything else. And if your college requires you to do community service hours, they will also help with that in some capacity. Usually it's by offering a lot of community service events, which again, it's good to have that under your belt anyway. So yeah, that's something that I can suggest with that. Um, and if they have a mentor program, also sign up for that. They do help, especially if you stick around and actually get to know your mentor. Which, yeah, I made that mistake of not getting to know my mentor when I was a mentee, and I couldn't get to know my mentee this semester because two of them never showed up, and that happened last year also. Like, they just quit the club pretty quickly. But the new mentee that I had this semester, like, I didn't really have a chance to, like, go to the meetings because I had a class. And I know that's not really an excuse to be like, oh, well, yeah, I had a class. I was like, I couldn't show up. I'm sorry. But, like, that was, like, a genuine, like, slip up on my part. I should have been there a little bit more, or at least tried to. But so be it at this point. And honestly, I don't think I could have helped them any more than the actual club was helping out, because, again, I wasn't there at the meetings. I was missing a lot because I had other obligations for the day that most of our meetings were, but it's fine. But yeah, there's just a whole bunch of things that you can benefit from with those kinds of clubs and all that. Plus, it also looks good on, like, of course, the application resume, even if you were a member, just to show, like, hey, I took some initiative to try and learn of what's expected and whatnot and all that. And just by doing that, they're going to see, like, okay, this guy or this person has what it takes, right? So, honestly, it's always in your best interest to do stuff like that, just for even the smallest amount of experience, or even just, like, saying, hey, I showed up to this thing. And you get to know a lot of people. A lot of people that are either going to become nurses or interested in becoming nurses, and then you can just talk about a bunch of things. That's how a lot of good relationships in college form. It's better than a fraternity. I'll tell you that much. From what I've seen, again, I'm on a very small campus that doesn't really have fraternities, so I haven't really experienced it. Like, there are some frats that operate on campus, but they're like, I don't know. It just seems a little bit odd for them to be operating here, and I get it. There's reasons for all of that, but it's odd compared to all the other clubs that are available on campus. And I think I saw the entrance for some of the frats, which were like $100 for membership, and you don't even get to, like, stay in, like, a membership house because our school doesn't have that. That's how small the university is that I'm attending. But I know, like, bigger universities, it's obviously more, and it feels like you're just paying for friends, and as soon as you can't pay anymore, it's just like, well, sorry. Whereas again, with the nursing societies, it's still like, yes, you do have to pay your membership dues, but that's so we can provide certain things for you. And even if you don't pay your dues, you can still approach, like, officers and members of the society and ask about certain things, because it's not like we're barred from talking about what goes on in the club with non-members. But yeah, that's stuff that I wanted to say. And then, what was it? Oh yeah, I did say the stream schedule for, like, the next week and a half. There is a possibility of going in busting at some point, and I do want to do that, but it's not come up yet. And knowing me, I die like 800 times and then wind up rage quitting after the second. But yeah, there's that to be done. Need to get the wings, and then once I do that, I'm gonna set up a actually pretty decent sugarcane farm, probably one of those flying machine ones. But yeah, it all just depends on how things go for the time being. I think our game's at 2. Are they starting at 1? Well, I mean, I guess all the tailgate stuff has to happen right now. Nope, it's at 2 o'clock. Anyway, yeah, they're just starting the pregame stuff already, I guess. Oh, we're at bedrock clear. Okay, so I need to go back up about 3 blocks. That's top of bedrock layer? I think so. Okay then, well, honestly I thought we'd do more laps around this, but I guess not. Well, I guess it's still smart to finish the trench out and then go from there. God, my throat. Yeah. Sorry about that. And I think at some point, I don't know, probably when I graduate, I'll upgrade my laptop to a PC so I can actually run a few more mods, a few more performance enhancing mods for this game and a couple other games, and stream more often depending on the kind of job I get for when I graduate. As typically with nurses, they hire pretty much right out of college. And with the way that this university, again, I'm not familiar with any other universities, but I know the way the university that I'm at sets it up is you have your NCLEX, you take your NCLEX pretty much as soon as you're in your last semester of college, so then you can start applying while you're in your last year or your last semester of uni, just so you can get like a leg up. And yeah. And if it is true that universities like to hire, right out of college, then in that case, I'll see what shift I get and then see if I'm still up for streaming at that point. And honestly, I think I still will be. It's just gonna have to be like a different schedule, especially if I want to get verified at some point, or not verified, get into the affiliate program, and actually have this channel monetized in some capacity. It's just like extra supplemental income. It's like I want to do that now, but I know as soon as I like monetize it, it won't allow me to cash out till I've hit at minimum 25 followers and all the different requirements to be streaming multiple days a week and all that. And right now, as a college student, I barely have the chance to stream Saturdays, and Sundays I basically have no time because I'm doing other things. Namely, smack dab in the middle of the day is church, and other small obligations that I may have, which honestly depends on the day, but yeah, the obligations just range from just things like I'd rather do on Sundays, because once like you go to mass, like the day is already basically over from that point. Especially here with like the way the food court or the mess hall works here, seeing as it opens up at around noon. So it's just a little bit more like, hey, it's new. It's like show up for church at 11 and then get out at noon, then have breakfast, and then by that point my day's already over and I just kind of want to relax. Which honestly, like, it's the Sabbath. You're not supposed to work. Not trying to get all, justifying like, oh, well, this is how I'm going to do this because it says so in the Bible, but it is kind of what it says so in the Bible. And again, not trying to use that as any justification for anything, but other than like, hey, I don't want to stream on Fridays. And I would assume for some obvious reasons that it would make sense. It's like, oh, you don't want to stream on Sundays because, well, he's just tired. It's like literally the end of the week and the last day you kind of have to yourself at any point, especially like once you're out of school. And even then, depending on your job, Sundays are like a luxury for most people. But yeah, I've heard from some nursing students who have graduated from the program that I'm attending. Um, typically, they wind up getting the night shift, which that's gonna suck for me because I'm not a night owl, but I'm also not a morning person. I am a from 10 o'clock to about 1:30 is when I'm good at operating hours, and then from about 4 o'clock to say 8 o'clock is when I'm operating. So is it actually no? Yeah, that's about a day shift. It's like that's almost the regular day shift. But if I get night shift, I won't argue about it because I can just learn to adjust my schedule despite living in the sun city where the sun is out for literally 90% of the year. I get almost, because there's 365 days in a year, we get 300 days of full sun every year. Not complaining because it's really good for depression to just be out in the sun or just be in an area where you get a lot of sun in your windows. But it's not good if you're trying to sleep through the day so that you can be active at night and not be completely addled by caffeine and constantly worrying about whether or not you're going to crash in the next 20 to 30 minutes. And yes, I drink coffee on occasion. It's something that like everyone does at some point. They all wind up drinking coffee or learning to like caffeine or just start abusing the hell out of it for some people. And the coffee that I drink is, I would say, particularly strong. Well, it really depends on how I take it, but it's the Café Bustelo. That stuff is so damn good. And I take that one like, most people would like really lighten their coffee up with a lot of cream. I put a couple spoonfuls of sugar and only a single spoonful of cream, the powdered creamer, because it's usually what I have on hand and it's what's cheap. So that's normally how I take my coffee, or at least that coffee. And then I tried some of the Arabica coffee because my mom had recommended it because it's not bitter and like you don't have to use that much cream and sugar. It is the most bitter crap that I've tasted. Like, it is not good. I don't know how she drinks that. But then again, it's probably because I'm used to like, again, very, like weirdly bitter coffee, so the fact that one's marketed as less bitter than a bitter coffee, it's kind of like the overpromise underdeliver situation where I'm like, oh well, my coffee is pretty bitter, I'm gonna try this one, see if it's less bitter. And when it turns out to be just as bitter, if not just as bitter as my current coffee, it feels like it's more bitter than what it's advertised as. Does that make sense? I guess it makes sense. And that one I have to like, it's the same couple spoonfuls of sugar, a spoonful of the actual grounds, and then it's almost, I think for that coffee they use like 2 or 3 spoonfuls of creamer. And then for the Café Bustelo it's like maybe a singular spoonful, so. But yeah, this is just things that happen, and that's again personal preference for coffee at any point. And I have tried yerba. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's yerba mate. That's I believe a South American drink. Holy shit! It has a lot of caffeine. Well, I got the canned stuff, so it's not actual yerba. Well, I guess it is. Hang on, I gotta text someone. But yeah, there's just things that you need to do. And like I can't do energy drinks because they have too much caffeine. But it's just, it's again, it's just a me thing that it's just like I have it in my head that energy drinks are like really bad for you, even though the coffee that I drink would probably cause heart palpitations in a lot of people, or in some people, and probably even myself, given family history. But yeah, it's all up to personal preference. And I know I have a friend that is absolutely addicted to the stuff. He's Red Bull, Monster, like you name it, he'll drink it. Even though I think he said he switched to Red Bull because it's cheaper and more available on campus. Where he's at, compared to where I'm at, where I believe it's Celsius that's more available. Even though Celsius has been in some hot water, we'll say. But yeah, those are things that if you drink those drinks, that's up to you. I'm not doing that. God, I feel like absolute shit right now. And yes, I will keep complaining about how shitty I feel because that is a pastime of mine, especially when I feel kind of sick. That and complaining about the weather. Except if I'm back home, I'll complain about it being cold. Because I will absolutely do 150-degree heat with zero humidity because that is what I grew up in. That is... Hell, I was born on the hottest day of the year when I was born. But here, it's maybe... It gets close to 100, don't get me wrong, out here in San Antonio, but it also... You have to deal with the humidity being at like 80-90% all the damn time, and I'm sitting here like, oh lord, that's not something my desert heart can handle. Oh wait, no, that's a tiny little hole in the wall. But it's just like that I don't know, I'm just built that way. It's like I have to be in a literal oven to be moderately happy, about the weather. Because if it's cold, I'm not happy. If it's humid as all hell, it's less so. Because let's be honest, nobody likes humidity. The only plus to being in a humid environment is you don't have to moisturize. That's the only plus to it. Oh lord, I feel like I'm rambling a bit. Which honestly, yeah, I am. But honestly, I think it's warranted given how absolutely atrocious the weather has been recently here in San Antonio. Because they keep saying, oh, it's gonna get cold, it's gonna get cold, and it's still like what, in the mid 80s throughout most of the day, and they're like, oh no, yeah, but it's freezing in the morning. But like, yeah, it's gonna be freezing in the morning, and it's just like, it's not. Like, y'all are over exaggerating because it's still at like 78% humidity. And I have literally gone out on some days, and my glasses have fogged up, and I will not be able to see out of my glasses for at least 5 to 10 minutes before I wind up walking into a building. And then once I'm inside said building, it's cool, they clear up, and then as soon as I walk back out, boom, I am again blinded. There might be a zombie spawner here nearby too. Oh shit. That's not going to be fun to come across while creating a mega hole. Yeah, that would be the right. No, that sounded wrong. That was wrong. That didn't sound right. Well, there's no way that I can take that phrase back now. I really wish you wouldn't stop shifting when you open your inventory up, because it's very nerve-wracking sometimes. Schlep. Let me schlep. There shouldn't be any monsters nearby. There we go. Let me schlep. Yeah, I think I'll dig down these next two pillars and then I'm gone down. And then, or the stream's gonna end. And I can upload the stream from last week to my YouTube channel, which you should go subscribe to, by the way. And if you are watching this on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, hit that like button, and comment while you're at it, because that does help a lot. Because I've been getting no views as of late. And usually if you see the video with one view, it's myself. Sounds kind of sad when you admit it out loud, huh? But anyway, it's fine, it's fine. My friend's texting me right now, worrying about recipe measurements and proportions and all that. But yeah, I'm just gonna do these next two pillars, come back up, go to the Blaze Farm, and then I'm gonna stream, give myself a little bit of time to cool down, make myself a burrito so I can eat. And normally during these streams I'm stressing about, oh, my beans ain't thawed, but I'm not making any beans this week because I'm going home, and I can get to finally eat my grandma's cooking again, because there's no Mexican food that is better than what an abuelita makes. And I think we can all agree on that. Like grandma's food is always top notch, especially if she cooks. And also, if you're gonna make that's just a given. Like, just eating home cooked meals is so much better than eating something store bought or something that you made. Because I'm fine with food. I can make a burrito, and yes, I'm very poor about it, and I will make just stuff with just like I'm poor. I will use canned meats to make my food, and I have done that in the past, and I have done that recently. I have like 6 or 7 corned beef burritos in my freezer or in my refrigerator right now at the dorm, and I did that because it's $3 a can for beef, for the corned beef. Yeah, there's just certain things that happen. She said. There's lava somewhere here, and I am nervous about that now. So, oh god, that lava's gonna ruin my day one of these days, isn't it? But yeah, honestly, that is a record for bots spamming my channel. And the fact that I got 2, normally it's just the 1. That is insane. But yeah, I will be getting to the top of this. I'll be going to the Blaze Spawner. Then I will be ending my stream. after a small amount of panic, running to the Blaze Farm because I don't like the Nether. And again, that's a day one kind of thing because I've told multiple times that, hey, it's the Nether, it sucks, and why is it in the game? Obviously, I know why it's in the game. It was like one of the core mechanics. It's part of the core mechanics of the game because you need certain things that just kind of don't fit in the overworld. But then again, how do creepers fit in the overworld? How do slimes fit in the overworld and all that? But this is also a voxel-based game and not real life. I'm not gonna open. I'm not gonna empty my inventory just yet. Oh, that's lag. And this is lag with only 2 mods, by the way. So it's kind of... Eh. But yeah, I hate this dimension so much. I'm always on edge, and I have this like I have the tunnels and everything, and I'm still on edge. Namely because the sides are open and Gas can fireball me through it if anytime he wants, even though I have full armor. I just don't like this place. All right, I need to bust through the nether roof at some point. I want to do that one with Sky as well, so we can be both chipping away at the gold farm that I plan to put up there and bartering farm as well. Probably steal the design from either Impulse or Mumbo or whoever has the more recent or simple tutorial for something that's fairly efficient and that goes on the roof, obviously. Then, of course, maybe an Enderman farm at some point. Open up a whole bunch of end gateways and just see what we get from there. But honestly, yeah, once we're in that... I mean, I'm kind of in that stage already where I've got plenty of crap together, so I don't need to be worrying about nothing. But it's just... meh. I don't know. I'm complaining about nothing at this point again, aren't I? Oh, Yep, almost done. Almost done with stream. There will just be a few more moments of running in the nether to the Blaze Farm so I can start my next stream from there with my tools all healed up, and yeah. Well, the stream probably won't start from there because I'll probably be playing over the weekend when I'm back home and throughout the week, obviously, just to speed things up because this hole is taking forever. And I like digging, and that's the issue. I like doing what I'm doing, but I know it's not that interesting to watch. Just someone digging a hole for hours and hours and hours and hours, and like that be the only thing that's up on my channel. So yeah, that's I do apologize for all that of just all this digging. think I'm going the right way. Not 100% sure. And if I'm not going the right way, well, I'm not going the right way. Because obviously... am I... Oh, no, I'm basically... No. No, I'm going the right way. I don't know what I thought the hell that was. Yeah, I'm going the right way, thank God. Okay. Because I am dumb and I have no sense of direction. Because the last time I tried to drive anywhere, I got lost. Like 3 times. And Android Auto has been very screwy since the last update for Android devices. And what I mean by screwy is that sometimes it refuses to connect and will randomly disconnect in the middle of a drive. And I'm just sitting there lost, like, oh, Lord, I don't know where I'm going. This is like the first time I've ever gotten a time to drive in this city, and now I don't know where I'm going. So I need to pray that I find my way to Broadway and remember if I'm going north or south. Which honestly kind of helps that the car has a built-in compass, which is something that you don't usually expect to see in modern cars, or at least I don't expect to see that in modern cars, that they still have compasses. Because that feels like a piece of technology that's so far outdated that shouldn't really exist anymore in modern vehicles, but it does help at some points. Anyway, here's where we're going to call it. I'll see you in the future in about a week. So there will be no stream this coming weekend or next weekend because I'm still going to be in El Paso. I'm taking advantage of the time that I have off. And, yeah, we will see you in the future. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.